The room was heavy with silence, the kind that presses into your chest and makes every breath feel borrowed. My family sat around a dining table, frozen. My mother's fork hovered midair. My brother's jaw was tight. My sister's eyes darted toward the floor. I had said it. The words that shattered the evening. She wasn't on work trips. She was with him. My voice trembled, but the truth was out, raw, jagged, cutting through the warmth of our family gathering. Claire wasn't there to defend herself, and she didn't need to be. The evidence was in my hands. A crumpled hotel receipt, unfamiliar, yet faintly scented with her perfume. A ghost of what I had once trusted. It had started 3 months ago with a gnawing unease I couldn't shake. Claire's work trips had multiplied, sometimes 2 or 3 a month. She'd return with smiles that never reached her eyes, suitcases heavier than necessary for a weekend conference. I'd lie awake beside her, listening to her soft breathing, wondering why her stories about panels and networking dinners sounded rehearsed. "Just work," she'd say lightly, fingers fidgeting with the hem of her blouse. I wanted to believe her. God, I wanted to. Love makes you stupid that way, blind to the cracks until the whole house collapses. The first clue was minor, easy to dismiss. A text notification on her phone while she showered, the screen glowing on the kitchen counter. "Miss you already. Same place next time." No name, just a number. My stomach twisted, but I told myself it was a colleague, a friend. I didn't check. I wasn't that person, not yet. Instead, I poured her coffee, kissed her damp forehead, and buried the unease. But it festered, a splinter under my skin. Days turned to weeks, and the signs piled up like unpaid bills. A wine bar receipt tucked in her coat pocket, dated for a night she claimed to be in Chicago. A faint trace of unfamiliar cologne on her scarf. Her phone face down, buzzing at odd hours. I began noticing her eyes, how they flickered when I asked about her trips. "Just boring presentations," she'd say, laughing, but the sound was too sharp, like glass ready to shatter. I hated myself for doubting her. Claire had been my anchor, the woman who held my hand to my father's funeral, who danced with me in our tiny apartment to songs only we knew. How could she be anything but mine? I tried to rationalize. Maybe she was stressed. Maybe the trips were overwhelming. Maybe I was imagining it. But love doesn't quiet suspicion. It sharpens it. Every late-night call in another room, every vague answer about her itinerary chipped away at the trust we had built over 7 years. I started checking things I never thought I would. Her email, her calendar, credit card statements. Each search felt like betraying who I was. Yeah, I couldn't stop. The truth became a drug, and I was addicted. Then last week, I found the receipt, folded tightly in her purse, as if she'd meant to destroy it, but forgot. A hotel in Seattle, not Chicago. 2 nights, a king-size bed, a bottle of champagne. My hand shook as I held it, the paper crinkling beneath my grip. Her perfume lingered, jasmine and something deeper, like regret. I called the hotel, my voice steady despite the storm inside. "Can you confirm a guest stay?" The clerk replied politely, detached. "Yes." Claire Thompson checked in with a guest. "Would you like the name?" I didn't need it. I already knew. That night at the family dinner, I hadn't planned to speak. We were supposed to talk about Mom's retirement, my brother's new job, the usual family chatter, but the receipt burned in my pocket. Claire's absence felt like a spotlight on my shame. Laughter and conversation collided with my nerves. I couldn't pretend anymore. So I spoke and the room shattered. She wasn't on trips. I said she was with someone else. "Why didn't you tell us sooner?" Emily whispered, eyes glistening, grief for Claire mingling with concern for me. Tom slammed his fist on the table, wine glasses trembling. "She's been lying to you? To all of us?" My mother just stared, fork hovering, as if willing herself to unhear it. I didn't have answers, didn't know why Claire had done it, for how long, or who he was. All I had was the weight of her absence and the truth I couldn't unsee. I pulled the receipt from my pocket. "I found this," I said. It felt heavier than it should, carrying the weight of our marriage. She wasn't alone. The words tasted like ash, but speaking them made it real. My family stayed silent. Their quiet was louder than any argument. I replayed our marriage in my mind, searching for the fracture. Was it my late nights at work? The small fights we brushed off? Or was it her chasing something I couldn't give? I wanted to hate her, but all I felt was a hollow ache, a love that refused to die even as it bled. I wondered if she felt trapped, if she looked at me and saw a stranger. I wondered if she loved him. I need to talk to her, I murmured, more to myself than anyone else. Emily reached for my hand, but I pulled away. I wasn't ready for comfort. I needed answers, even if they destroyed me. My phone buzzed. Heart-stopping. It was Claire. Back tomorrow. Love you. The words mocked me. Each one a lie I believed for too long. The drive home blurred, city lights smearing like wet paint. I didn't know what I would say when she returned. Scream, cry, beg for explanations, or stand silent like my family had tonight. The apartment smelled of her jasmine coffee, the faint tang of her favorite candle. I sat on the couch, receipt in hand, and waited for morning. When Claire walked through the door, suitcase trailing, she froze. My expression told her everything. "What's wrong?" she whispered, small, already knowing. I held up the receipt. "Steady now." "Who is he?" The question hung sharp and final between us. Her eyes widened, then fell. In that moment, I saw it. The guilt, the fear, the love she still carried, twisted into a truth she couldn't hide. She didn't answer. She didn't need to. The silence said it all.